Can you say kwa? And you mudi agro. She, Mama na ya mama somo na o. Da bia na mokwa na munim to die. Moje to na mudi di to. Eto yie, eto ni tia aya. Na mo ye to na de mama na mudi di to. Sabe sa foku na mo ye o ma we mu. Asateman mo guga na security nyina ne mase. Aji prayer di on kasa, interior minister ye di obi aye di on kasa omuso na nado. Ana na nado on the tete na ocha hwan. He is not above the laws of this country. Let's hold the president accountable. Na said you say, obey account to the good people of this country. Mr. President, we ira ye nim no. Why first lady? Why first lady? Ayo Rebecca Akufo-Addo. Okobo hwe ma me yehu. Okobo nika mu kwadu panga. Nika mu kwadu panga ma yehu. Ye na homra ne Spanish garlic 4 and Spanish ginkgo 4 ntwetwe nkomo. Ye ba afre na afre makọ Alvan Innocent so. Yes sani sim ni nyina agum. Na krata no doso. Na na do ye din o teme kasa. Okọ disco president 1:14 a.m. Tama wo de call disco e wo kwaw awa ba bia mo call ya ne se ho no obeduru ona mma no obo hye pieto nko a no mo sa he wo de ba be di ho nko ma emra wo be so hu sa pictures ni bi efonyi ni ba bi o call disco no wo be so hu ba bia na na de call disco e wo kwaw no ye dan ho aba ba wo be hwe ye ba sisi a moga ye pe bumbio ye ojo
If I cry na menyisika, edia ye mefui.
Ehin fa na menya bosia, edia tre medwuma yimu.
Kai cry mabre, menya bosia ato taxi fofo. Suhum Rural Bank.
Suhum Rural Bank.
Yamamwa kwa baba Suhum Rural Bank. Ye won hyehyɛ ahodo bi te sɛ dwadifo abosia, ekokro bosia, susu account. Eni da so wɔ hɔ savings account. Me bada chain savings account. Ene de keka ho. Press Suhum Rural Bank was 03422918696. Na won so wetumi aka sɛ
Suhum Rural Bank. Ama ene mayeka owner.
Suhum Rural Bank. Enti me pa minie.
Suhum Rural Bank, growing our heritage.
This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Good papa. Ganabam, if your what your waist, all your body, you make bazaar. Thank you so much. Me bacho mami Ganabam on me. Keseni ni nuketu ane miensa. What are you? Ganabam. To wait here from doctor no. Where you there? Oh my God. Mr. Tiabako. Ganabam. Yanto emetoha. Efesa Tiabako nti. Efenchu obi 20 cedis. Ni doctor. Ni mo se we Ganabam come. Sa tuo. So if you have Ganabam, you can resist.
The serene environment fits into the goal of the school, which is simply to provide excellent educational foundation for your ward's development before they commence primary education. At first glance, clearly you will see why the school is called Hebron Hills International School, as the building stands tall overlooking town. With a Montessori style, we have experienced and dedicated staff and trained teachers. Our small sizes classrooms are meant to enhance teacher-focused approach where children get one-on-one attention from the teacher. Hello there. We are open at 7:30 a.m. and school closes at 2:30 p.m. After school care is from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. while early drop-off can be arranged at 6 a.m. Hebron Hills International School is located at Midye off the Nsawam Road. Locate us with GP postcode GW0688 GA West and GPS code 06884870. You can contact the school and make further inquiries on 050-876-2375 or call the office directly on 0302-918768. Email us at hebronhills.school@gmail.com. Hebron Hills International School. Excel and shine.
Welcome to the Royal Dazzle Event Center. With a lush and well-maintained lawn and garden, you are assured of the best serene and comfortable atmosphere to organize all your family and social events. Live the royal moments here with friends and family. The hosting capacity of 600 to 800 people makes Royal Dazzle the most versatile of places to host weddings, parties, funerals, conferences, concerts, and many more. Create your memories with us. Call us for inquiries on 055-814-8585 or 024-620-2144 or pass by and speak to any of our friendly staff. Locate us at Myjohn, close to Zoom Lion headquarters. Royal Dazzle Event Center, creating memories.
We are one man short. Should we invite him?
Yeah.
It be old cargo.
Can I join you guys?
Yeah. Always free, fresh, natural, X, mineral, water.
Still got it. Always keep hydrated naturally. That's my secret.
Manufactured with the primary aim of preserving nature's finest minerals necessary for a healthy mind and body. X Natural Mineral Water. Simply natural.
Yamakwaba edeba eye TV SYZ2 ene nwumre ene eye yawada ene eye eprabosumene de toso eduonu ba ko mfimpimienu ene eduonu mienu ebe eye eduonu ye ne Spanish garlic mesafo Spanish garlic mesa ene capsules na Spanish ginkgo capsules so yenu aba ebetwetwe nkomoni ahwede ekoso ono abo eye Nazaturi ye dawase ene nwumre wono ho kani Ajia Amina Moshe life sanso honorable eye jaja also share life ene enyumre honorable eye Sedu Wanchi MP also share life MP sinina obia edampem one ne yere edampem a omo ehwe ene enyumre amema minu abako aba bibia abako de ewadom bibia abako ahane Spanish jinko ne capsules
eno ana me no mo ntimi de bia ya na ho
de bia na sesio
papa
enyumre de na wo maye
medase ensempa na mewo edema atiefo sanse Spanish garlic capsules, Spanish garlic mixture, Spanish jingo capsules. Enuro no sade esi ye nti no mede ahohoahoa ne gidie bi ene anigye bi ene de bia meka ho asem. Enti ya meka ho asem wa sa gidie ne ahohoahoa na ewo mu no ede bia sa ma minyi foforo sanse matesa yesesere e maye nyi e maye pomuden pa. Ena mikita de pa na mede kira sansan pofo ade ode kire na minipa. Enti made pa na ho dero ena mebo ede ama amansan na enne asempa ba sanse aduro no nipa no bebre frɛ a esi twade okoye de ma ono mayen twane picture obekɔ no ne ama na de foforo enne aduro no nie oho se ne enne manchia sanse ade na ekita me ama me ho po se me de be kyerɛw wei enne Spanish garlic capsules, Spanish garlic capsules. Edu papa no enie. Eti se wuko dwom na de ebeyi ama wono nya se na tie a me pacho bebre ko wanim se obi a wokɔ akoto Spanish garlic capsules no sei enetie se the medical aka no bo hu se anti-herbal ya hyenhode ebo ho na SPARNIS afi okode no ani komu fufuo no nso na hyenhode no nie na wo hwemu a hu se aduro no eye gel aye fepa ya egum ni aye garlic ahyenso de ede ato ho me pacho bebre mpesa wo hye ne so se de be ya wo kodwom na wo to a obi anadaw ase ya metabo aduro bi di Spanish jingo capsules me pacho enu nie nipa no pi wo bo aduro ni di am so ye ko ye no mama ye aduro bi o obehwe na enye bia me pacho enu nie ye jingo no ye GIN eti se de wo tro ensa gin na ofe udike GK o e de aba besoso eno ne eno nso no obehu se ya hyansode no ebo aduro no so ye Spanish SPARNIS eno achi okode no a woda kankomu no nso so ewo ha no a edi adanse se Spanish aduro ena watono ne aduro no din gu paper no esro afi makacho se aduro no ankasa no eye gel ena ese black asa deep brown bi eno nso so enie ena afi wo mu nsu a eka ho no ni me pacho ofa adaka no asa netie anke meka sa adaka no nyina yellow ya ye de orange color e na atwe ho nanso ye de no nchemu ha no enye color keke na wo ho e ho no mabam chese amema kom pacho wo hwe ni ya aha no enye color keke na de apenti ho no amema komu a edi adanse se we origin free Spanish afi ensuo no mpodie aboa na woda ho no hu ne kakra ya ye de na to kankomu a ya twere ho Spanish ye anti-herbal center ya twere yedin ede gu ho wei ene yeduro nsuo na eje eso dasani bia benom na enuomi ensa me de akyerɛ wi nyina no wobetimi afa miensa na bom ene se wasɔre anopa no wobeyi mi jingo baako na wayi mi garlic capsules no so baako na wahie aduro no ubie so a yedi ni tibi abutu so wahie eno no mienu amame na wanom se netie meka se de de mankwala aduro no aha nti aduro tiwe no wobehie mienu na wanom amame be oye saade ne na woche ya bia be hu bia be chamade meje aba so ba papa ma for friend doctor number na no ma me number e da masi sanse ma mo de pa odofo mesre se aduru amadi hu adanse a chewi wobetutumi na mu mika na kwakope bia to sanse eye pa me de aduru green chere wo ka chere se friend jingo capsules ebi ni bia se Ghana ha ba bi ebi ni ha ye pe ene ye tukwan kwa achia kwakofa jingo ha ba twemu nsu cold press e de aye aduru we e de ama Nyankopon bo ade no ade a wode antioxidant gumu edoso pa ni sa aduru we Spanish jingo capsules no enwe ne doso pa me pacho de bia be ko check up na be ko doctor mbisa say antioxidants no eye de ade de na ewu ye woni paduam de ye ni e suppress akwan ye bia we ni padua no mu a e ma yare etimi tinem ana se frefre yare ye didi ye nom ya dwendwen ya tete ye ha na stress e wo ba bia ni nyina e bre ni padua ho oden na e boye ho ban na se enti se nyame ye wadom a wunya adupa bi se na se wode ye de wode bo ho ban abre nyina eboa wo se de be ya mogya be de efrisane adwene eda ye tirimu no se de ye kasa se wo pese wani kosua so da ho na hu na de yi a ene vitamin A enti o ho a na ya boda reso anese force so nkwala anum ye mo vitamin A ye de ahwe wo mani e ho a se o ba ni ntimi ni di tete ye nkwala na ye de na efre bibi ko ye se koto bi ko na nom vitamin B no a B complex ebem wetimi adidi ye ehwa so immunity akofom koto vitamin C wadwen no pese enye aduane papa di na etimi ye adwuma e kaya de ntem na wankasa nso obi ka asem kye otimi process asem no emamuaye esefata e woni bremu a adwene ni Spanish jingo capsules adwene na dura edi menya hoden mapa e woni peduam enu nie enti odofo Mr. Sewene utie mi a hwe adwene na hye nanso ne kɔ ba bi eto adwene ne kɔbɔ adwene di na gibinom na emmoa entu yare ase ema oni pedua no ahoden mapa emrem Spanish jingo capsules eno ne de eboa se de be ya emframa ene ahoden ye wo adwene ni mu no aye pepepe aduane kro na adwene di no akoma no nso hia bi esanse wakoma no adwuma oyese opompi moja no e wo sa akoma no nya bibi ebo ne ho ban ensududu ewom mframa dodo a ekom ni ade nyina so na timi aye na adwuma yie ye didi aye kwa aye bane ahoden timi kofom a e ha ye ni pedua no se wonya Spanish jingo capsules na wonom a eboa wo afa adukro na mu ahoden no ebo ni pedua ho ban efiri honhono ye ho meka honhono ye a na mekire inflammations a ekoso ewo ye nipadua num enye de pia abonten no nko a se de pimples timi ba wanim ehwa na de bia ba hunu nipadua se friend same ebia ne din e de friend no inflammations bebre sa na nipadua no so akwa na ebitimi ho no wote wa wo kasai ebi kura na wuminim bebi ahono ohun eno no na ya na ede sa yare asthma ne nkeka ho ba no wote wo no ma wutie mi ebi kra na wote wo no so your bema wanya prostatitis so prostate kra ho no na wo your ba nso so abekọ hospital ne aka cho say tubes na ho no awodie na nkasa kra na eda yafunum na etimi ho no inflammations etimi bam enti odofo se wutie mi ase de be betimi control inflammations ebekọ so oni peduam na emma kra no adronie Spanish jingo capsules obi a wonum bibia no onim se owo ahobambo wa ahotoso ma pase ade efre no honhone ebi ma onipaduam esanse ye ha ye dwendwen de bia meka asemo ye na amafo so me se obi akoma sha ase kire no bibi besi ne na kwa me yuji ye wo no e ho asa oyem hyehye wo asa de watoba ha asa bi asem bi ba me gyina me ye mahimi de e yakoma na wo ba benya akoma yade enti mesrew sa obe obi a wakoma yade a wo BP anase wonya stroke aya bisa ne se ansa na obenya stroke no aka be fie miensa ansa na stroke ne strike you down no ede na hu oni paduam ye mabobọ so yo beka bi a kyew ho ana ne we fie ade sanse moja ne timi nya frisa ne ye e ho akoma no ase palpitation ase bo ne peri odofo mesrew aduonie sa odofo bi nso so stroke aka na to ho ama ontimi nsori a mekanfo aduo we ma no odi mani bi no onom na fra me ne ka de ohunu ewe nipaduam odofo aduro wo yeyi na eboa se de be ya wo hai wo nipaduam tichu ye ma me no ma wo mo twa bra no ene bra twa na free 40 years ko nyina nipa timi twa wo hai so wo tetew wo ho hyehyew obi akompaibo yeso waji kotare ahwe egu na tamfo so beba fie so wo hyehyew be de no nkasa wo ne bayifo na ohwe kotare no gu ni so no enti misro no medure se de be ya wo yare wo system mu changes bi eba mu nti obi enyi ubaye adronie your friend is Spanish jingo capsules your doctor the number atudwa no na da wo screen no so no 0266 11 41 11 0266 11 41 11 o first number sia doctor no be kasa o how bia wo fam wo nipaduam de ebebo so wo ha ne de yamo so wo ha nyina okwa doctor nche na so friend na ono obedi nkomo se de be ya obeboa wo a che de sesa wo ye de mama ni just Spanish enuro nu nyina nuru mi ensa nyina ho ne se enya se wo be yare awia ansa ne akasa genenom ye de boy en ho ban eye herbal pure herbs ahaban mu nso ne yakoye ne cold press de yakopon bo no na pepepe ene ye de agu ade mu aye ne te se gel we nya bomberet dendenden no so mo hu se ense gel enti no enane a ne ade na anane no nyina so efa o system no na apia abonten so na esuo na kam na aye oni padua ho adwuma kama pa Spanish jingo capsules aduro no ye enti hwehwe bi nenom na eno atini asan so e wo Spanish garlic capsules ye duro yi ene aduro minim se Ghana ha woni mpo a wo mo so wo ye garlic nnuro no wo mo san twa wo mo hotonom na wa ye foforo e de amamansan anom Spanish garlic capsules pure ene de aye wo mo ye Spanish nuances enim se obeye cold press obebre ena face so ene me be kom no dɔɔso enti ne yayi wo mo den na so Spanish de ne ya nya de sense nipa nkwa ho hia yen enti Spanish garlic capsules esen de wate nyina eno bebre abadwa so pen ebi aduo na ba ye no enwuma ye ma no ne ye bo wo club Jasanum ne da mama 40 dina so na hye because aduo no obi toye won hunu hwe Spanish garlic capsules Spanish garlic mixture susu nie me pacho bebre to bi na enom na ebebo abo ho ban obi a stroke ehunahuna wo ha no akoma ebo periperi ho no mu asa ofa baabi ayodu kwekete so na da sori a wani ba ko nse da hu ade we huhuru ntinim na aka me ensa ne bom a ye friend Spanish 3 powers combined eno na ehye adwuma wo nipadua no mu na aboa se de be ya wo nipadua ho odin no ebegyan ne na so Dr. Bieni pona to ho se bibia ni a na wa friend ne number ne 0266 11 41 11 and then the screen so no nyame adom so mu stream o Facebook into betimi asen akwa na wanya number sense de be ya be friend doctor ene no edi enkomo nti onua me dase bebre
number ni bi
0266 11 41 11 0266 11 41 11
and I would in the same
oh hima sachiwa ahwenepa
ahwenepa no eno aseches
on say wi ase ye doso ahwenepa nkasa ba ahwenepa we do oyedede o say ase wi ase ye doso nti wo hwa wo na wa hunu sede wo tie qualities na e wo sa opede o de betoto ho nti ahwene papa
ahwenepa nie
papa ni
nyame asundwe enka
wo
ya na wa chia makontanse ama nyame asundwe enka wo
well
ye beda ye nuaba ahwenepa ase na ya da adofo a gibre ehwe na nwumre ewo eye TVS was so dodo na na ti umakonya ho mofrey Mrs Norman mami e chawo na oba Marvin so na ye maame eye ma Joanna CPC woni okachi Audrey Mensa mami meje se bibia boko Audrey meje se so ho ye so na ye ko eye ayikan do bulo nsu a adofo dodo na ehwe asafo ache ni alote dodo na afre no eye Scorpion asafo ache ni alote dodo na afre Scorpion ono so ehwe life enanwumre imam ehwe ulma so ehwe azonto ehwe na jobo so ehwe Mr William Venyo nkoso baby a wo bi anwumre Greater Accra Regional First Vice Chairman of the NDC nchiakese enkoma ene anwumre Excellency John Dramani Mahama nchie modu wodia do good wono hokani majifa osomo wo bama inside ayika doblo jida echacha munyina ene enwumre nenei ifi habaye de habaye sheshe abrante na tenase na watrase die na ye de aseda kese ma Magdan Group of Companies Magdan aso ye no se eba shipping and logistics we number 1 say ye de enema efri ama hodo so e de akwa ama hodo so de ama wo ye di fri ama no ne ye de fansuo so ne ye de aba bedu bibi mem ha e de ama wo de Magdan Group of Companies Magdan Shipping and Logistics omo number 1 ye Nkrabata wo Sierra Leone Liberia and Equatorial Guinea obetumi ene ye di nkita ho bebre seba air carrier lances handling mo seba charter flight any cargo air flight yede bagana yede kwa mama hodo so the whole of West Africa obi aja to me say Magdan Shipping and Logistics ya ye share Magdan Group of Companies asino ye boy humadi ye papa say ye project cargo warehousing customs brokerage cargo handling haulage sea and air freighting vessel handling charter flights shipping agency ship agency na obi aja atum ene ne keka ho bebrebe Magdan Group of Companies your boy homade for 0302 762 280 0302 762 280 or 0302 502 158 of Magdan Shipping and Logistics except Magdan Group of Companies I say yabeje so ɔsɛ real estate sɛ menka nkyerɛw so you be our pass as yato ewo Shires afenya asutware junction be San City Estate do you mu do wa asebi de wenya chopoli ye ne auto asase wo ye nche ya ye be ma 200 blocks ni ama 10 bars of cement now they show foundation ase wo ye bogati se kojoki obi ma so ofri amanani abei wo de eye wo car no eba ye be swapo ye be ji car ne ama ho nsase wonya onya ne ba bia age se ye Oxec Real Estate magnanshe pende ne ma no eba or shipudi ababedu no na eye Oxec Real Estate so e ma won ensase we che kwan e wododo wa ye ne fire service station no ne de hwe ne mu fe na ne atwetwe nkomo e 0244684069 or 0240933748 o fe na Oxec Real Estate ye beje wo so na bibia konkan e de amount prostate joy obi a wanya mfie de esanum ekwo wo behia se obebo ho ban afri eye prostate enlargement mu cancer ade ha adwen ye tete ni pa ye papa eni tina make for eye prostate joy e de ama wanya mfie de esanum ekwo abo ho ban afri mu obi a obo ho ban a wanya prostate enlargement no da bia prostate joy no be no baako anopa wawie na mom obi a wanya eye prostate enlargement ya ojawo ohwo ho se de bia obetimenya ayaresa no obenom eye prostate joy no baako anopa baako anwumre na watumi enya ayaresa pharmacy shops awudo bebre na wuro ma obenye ye nuari bi ato ebi ni NS Chemist Lina Top Up Unicom Nisi East Cantonment Baseline any repairs heba ho nyina okwa obenya prostate joy bi ato obetimi afre 0244 727028 0244 727028 or 0244 754380 ofra prostate joy obenya bi ato Solak Natural Clinic yesedi ofru dua pa no ono ne pia no ya na ho se Mugabe shows sponsors ne eba so no ho se show ni yeso de ho Ghana obi ajatum hana Ghana fo nyina hwe hana Ghana fo nyina eti eno ti na Solak Natural Clinic ono so aba se yemo na djuma ho dawuro ema no one dey to pain capsules ni to pain ointment e dey aba edwa so to pain ointment no obi a waye adwuma wa bre wo taxi driver trotro driver Uber driver boat driver wo eye 2 PM express utwi OA ene ejawiase VIP eno anse obenya eye to pain ointment ene ne capsules na wo kwa akoda no na wabo capsules ni mienu na momo ye adwuma bre wadware awie no na wo de eye ointment ni bi to pain ointment ni bi asrasa wonam ba bia ye wo ye bia waposo wadwonkoso wo nan no nsa sasabro no ni nyina ebeyi ni nyina afi ho ede ma ya so ye on esa de Solak Mesa ede aba Solak Mesa na adwuma eye nie wo ye oba white na ha wo ahunfie wo ni ma nkoyie num Solak Mesa mame ebesiesie eye enji ho ama bibia be konkan kama na so ya ho ayefe na wabo adwuma etese eye se wabroni ne mom no wo ye bema wo so ajansansanwa ena hao ewo kona ho a wo ya gono ine hawa wo so ya so obenum Solak Mesa bi eno manom ena mema nom ye the Zipman capsules ene eye prostate capsules de aba sedro mi ye kabom ne enom bema wa ye mere wo mpem bema wontimi emmo adwuma ene de mekanfo ede ama panyin bi a wo ye panyin kase pa ewo Ghana ha ya se wabroni se erectile dysfunction mekanfo eye Zipman capsules ene prostate capsules amamo mo beno no mo ka je se erectile dysfunction no so wonya Zipman ene prostate capsules a abi nyina to betwa ene se wabroni begina tom eno asa wodi wani be kire kuma second kro no ye ne chef filling station edi hwe ne mu ho na be hu Solak Natural Clinic na mo bank ra ho ekokomremre e Harvard Senior High School no enche mo ho pe e wo eye Castle Road no so fe Dr. Solomon 0245616028 0245616028 S Natural Mineral Water in super wo topono e de afra do for nso so de serve wo mo manage ho no eno ane S Natural Mineral Water pebi no mo sa de be betimi abo aseseu na so wotumi agina wona so papa oba wanya emfie ye enum ekono oko school no fa bi hye ne bag mo na S Natural Mineral Water no wonum a ebema apomden S Natural Mineral Water was simply natural. Hebron Hills International School say fa oba wanya bosome nan ekosi eye bosome emfie be enum ewo eye yeka eja mofra ne yeteti wo mu konanim na kosi kindergarten no kwa for mo bra lower primary oba no so class 1 class 2 class 3 Hebron Hills International School say for oba ne bra o medie of eye in Sawam Road obey a Jezebel filling station which him hope and I'll be home Hebron Hills International School. For any corner correct, I'll be one say school a school papa will be out in someone will be out here do a G o aje kotuku o ya ban adwuma aye watete se oba no anya bosome na he na ode ne beko ya wo so betimi anya aja o metimi ahwe oba na ma wo wotimi akọ adwuma be no nsia na oba be fa oba no anwumre Hebron Hills International School e de sa konya na e de ama wo ebi a wote eye pobima ebi a wote eye poku ase ebi a wote frise wote kuntunsi wote satellite ana se wo eye medie wo sansam oduma ase mempasem eno ansa wo de oba no ebeba eye medie Hebron Hills International School. Eyo eye Hebron Hills International School no ye ben eye media presby GHS ne pe ubedu odani si wo fe bowuram abekwa akoso achechefo a wo mu experience ye pa no mama oba ne dachi etumi esini ye dwumako nyina da woro man tech ya ye de eye Gumbe show eto wo na anwumre yi e wo TVSYZ midibiem edi Mugabe Mase obetimi afremi atankolega biga ene anwumre yi yenua Avan Innocent ono ena yene no eba bedi enkomo kandiga mwakwaba
omoga
odanya meno no ohu
sabesia
na bibia bokode
o nyame adoma hoden ho
ya ushafo so want to say
nyame adoma obi a ho ye
say we born Nike ni ya say bi rade na ko
o nyame adoma
so wabro ni sem no wanya bi ati
I think because of social media, and SMC but I think it's a very serious issue, and this is a brushing aside.
And this is
and this is manako.
And then I'll come to
brushing it aside.
Okay.
Exactly because Yakaso be a president. We nipa sin China for the presidency. That office come with some dignity, be a respect, be a man for the animonium the man.
Fantastic.
Into the occupant of that particular office, no, as I will live life or reflect that particular thing because we constitution if you are office of the president as a president, you know, capture the soul of every Ghanaian. Obiadi needy any baby man. So anytime be a fini adibia bachichira hono. I say with me a young baby, and it's the reason why a lot of people are asking questions. But it's unfortunate since I heard the mainstream media now, Obia in any as if say a issue as a can once and I am one say some of these issues about media and the Juma DNA sense, and be to say no, or Mumum Besham Yahu, Nepuma Sibre, for all you know. Bet me and the apps are no Korean no crenim, but I am confusion who no crana a woman. The perception out there, and say, be a president acquire be a fee account. So, what you have to do is resources be available, be an your committee, not yet investigating my who say, I didn't say that Tiana will be a clear our mind because as I'm not a cosono, Sanka your third party accountant, Sabia, Nipa Muna Koyo Madi, and will be a report where different. But nipa na oye involved in the act no ba ko nipa mi na kwhye dem akoyo mo ade na ba ko firi abonten na obedi adanse no sometimes you can doubt and some no obeka no edinti na say yehwehwehwe but me free say niema me bra akoso because of the media no na Akufo-Addo is getting away with a lot of crimes in this particular country. I think say time odru say yehwehwehwe because I wo sa amra COVID-19 ni sha ase na omko sejon wa yi ase eco breaki COVID rules or no ahye almost all the top hierarchy of power. Omunyina ko breaki the law with impunity. They got away with it. Elsewhere in the UK, me catch us as Secretary of Health at that particular time, or fail the secretary and breaki COVID rules or resign. See a party or fail the secretary no
kiss keke
and you first CCTV camera a capture no and you have to resign or the resignation letter come Boris Johnson manage Boris Johnson G the no one that also say organize surprise party amano and also call a Kosaya breaki COVID rule. Say there was pressure on him to resign. Ya final no watomra the president no adia why no
a British Prime Minister.
Yes, British Prime
Boris
Minister.
Johnson.
Yeah, punishing which means watomra. Enti emra no ye ni say obi a president and say obi a prime minister and also obi e di obi a the same crime will be get away with the Naku for the maiden addition. Samra or by Obakasachra Ghana for no. Okaso Korea speech. Ebe Jen Haba King Kanchra Ghana for speech. Obi Oko US maiden address ya to Obama as a president, you know. Uhe unkro for him now you speak to their heart. O can sama Obaba because this is a person also a president for 30 years. Ya they show on sa ubejina ha. Uhe unkro for him because they obey no win him dada. Na wakasa chiro mo no. Okoria obi speech bejina ba King Kan ye na. A president in the president bear me and son 9 they can come speech bom na. Ya tro the command because amamo no obeji on one kasa never had any plan. Into amam for kasa ya tro and gun kratas and the man no bejina ho. Sa crime now or get away with it a media nan kan ho bibi no. I'm telling you say
a crime.
Yes, because somebody got punished severely in 1988. A papa for Joe Biden, American president, and Nanka Obaba, American president in 1988. Satam no a young guy, or in the campaign. Yes, Okojina political platforms na Okofa obi speeches and Luntino media no make sure so Obia Otimeko will be speech. They will need credibility to become president. Obia Oko will be speech. For that particular reason, the political career now building in a crash here until now 1988. Emma call into political hibernation. And it is hard to see, you know. And your friends at the party ne kofa papa be a friend the carcass or buy on George Bush papa. And never contested and George Bush papa winning that particular election. And Joe Biden then in 1998 and now 1988 because of so-called real be speech in Intino. The political career crash here until Sana Obama buy ya or say minimum or kofa the vice president for 8 years. After that and Sana Onya another your friends public ninya confidence with more nay or the bear president. That is the crime Akufo-Addo got away with it. Our media no be at 1 million no your free say and this particular time, no, Mr. President, ko bino ko Bob Yamaya and no Yamasem because African politicians have your mind there. Very, very common. So, Yamaya they are very common. So, Yamaya, I'm not coming to here to set me discuss here Yamaya what born and for. But I think that there are critical aspects as a year interrogating into because so Obi a committee some of these things now here and some may free mobile. So, President, and I'm not going to Yamaya. When you commit national security, and I say you drive national security into the sex life of the president to the extent of more committed crime. As I'm a lady no can or see a stage your friends say armed robbery against her. There was another claim say you require compensation amount because on the president again you risking national security and everything. So question is say about national security got involved in all these things. National security are more human so more president no. So omutimi transema obia only security clearance. I get so close to the president to the sense otiminya access to take pictures of the president in a timer and say Asia. I think that is a serious issue. Obiyantimi mbashen aside. And again, Sikana yako compensate or ban because on the president that quay be why Sikana yet tam and another quest compensation. Your mind sika and I say president the bottom sika. When you know investigation bet me aboying am closer to all these things. So I think there is a very serious issue. I be my partner there another day fanto in China, but the national security aspect ya risk the whole national security. Ya drag or move into a sexual escapade of the president or nama okojile in a sexual adventure no. Now ya sisa the whole national security. Nedo mukwako uram no. I think that is a critical issue as then allegations say president as sponsor your friend is saying I say yanko robbery, armed robbery, and then I say for them, and the CCTV camera and are available. And as a will be away and sending a wood here, as some lady no can. Your friend, Adibi, your friends say chronology of events. So, what you can offer so to me can and some share, Utim and some now all cano, so I own him the orca. So until say benya contrary information will be free by just to clear doubt, you know. I think that these things will continue to live in the minds of Ghanaians. So as a president, you have to you can't keep quiet. So you can't seven Ghana for Yahuto. So say as seven Nipano catch on it's because the office of the president in a Nipa holding the high esteem, what that dignity in as a form would have from. And that alone, no, and into the who says some people are starting impeachment process and then as a for because a good and as a president, I will conduct in this particular manner. Our man for Kasawa committed crime, saying a whole lot of things involved. No, I think that is a very serious issue. As a yetina say, not yakan wasem because I will your friend is saying Nema affect ama president be resigning in the past. A bit new way. Classic case oko US. There was a time I know more your friend's a vice president be your friend is Pio Agni. Now on the Nixon, President don't friend Nixon on any deputy. Obeye not or your senator and sana obeye your friend is saying vice president. Okay. Obedia Kumiana after about 5 to 4 years, obi kotenase constitution and crater man who say Abra or your senator no. Na or evade taxes and essay or sign engaging in act of corruption. Ya confess had in the buy ya investigation or no who and Mguasia Betono and or resign koye. Or resign the following year and a Watergate scandal by a president na Casasoro or also the scandal by. So in the space of 1 year, no president and the vice president or now resign. I don't have reason your mother resign. I think that you knew baby. Yeah, we won't be interested money ye because silence no more no cry a clear admission says something has gone wrong because Mrs. we are president I won't know that respect between you and the people, no, because there are a lot of Ghanaians out there with a lot of doubt on their minds. Say no Ukrainian no Ukrainian, obi edim. Asem we are kosi. Say no Ukrainian no Ukrainian, no obi eniho. But this is one person. Oye involve a party to whatever that happened. And offer a dynamo about kana say nisi. So as a sign of respect, the president on his private way can say oh men can wasem. But because of that, some public debate among for can wasem no, they own it a duty to clear the doubt on the minds of Ghanaians. Ya Ghana for be say about one yet to ma omo enye adwaman no moto no modebo what are some na make no
emfonyi a se wabro ni dia ba bonten no ene ndi also wone ne lawyers agent kita ho next one o de beba no questions no mo de beba bonten say presidency na no ma penye timi enya no dia naked pictures ni ade wo ha o mo de beba no eno na bo presidency ni hu ana say the office of the president you must me out. Definitely because because some lady no can and I make say obi can some na wutie in some no head trend na e kona say oh doubt or behu but there is a lady some of the pictures e go about former CID boss exactly so lady na she's a very intelligent lady o he kwan offer so first so or record president during their sexual encounter the first thing answer about record obi no you need motive ben a lady no or that particular recording being with the president taking pictures and all over this is a lady ultimately sneaky to the headquarters of the your friend is a CID the police you see engineer dynamic picture but she was able to walk straight to the office of the director which means the whole estate is naked. The president is naked on somebody's phone. The security architecture of this particular country is also naked because a lady only any security inclination can just walk into the highest your friend is saying security zone in this particular country with the phone in her pocket to record it. National security director. It means that our security architecture is porous. The same way the president in the presidency, everything is porous. And no one can say grounds we need to impeach the president. And we are Ghanaian. Don't you think that is very embarrassing? We are media person now to Kruma. Now free say a lady is threatening say naked pictures of your president. Assuming without admitting, some of the things I was show, some of the pictures all over. Nobody can doubt so the media should be interested. Say to me, are dealing with this particular matter. That is highest level of hypocrisy. That is the highest level of hypocrisy because lady airdrop pictures in the Bible and your president. No, because you see, I don't make us say assembly nipa no can. It is not about say no cry na say no cry. Yeah, politics na yeah na enye nyame so mo bi di asem to so abeka say media manyame. In politics, issues like this we am fa manyame. We have to clear it say a doubt on the minds of people no. Ebeda ha mo obi ehu and as a media people that is your job. Issue no bar, you investigate to whatever extent you are then you can even put pressure on power welders or more the resources to investigate. It also all over if it's a man for your investigation, Sabra Watergate scandal by in 1998 in the US.
Sa lady na oye intent White House your friend Monica Lewinsky on the president Clinton almost bear 3 to 2 years asem no babon tie no both side of your friend say Senate in the House of Representatives no omu nyina investigation almost starting impeachment process but to the extent that the president was held in civil contempt for perjury because okodi tro ma judge fine over $90,000 because nsem no kokan ntro no kokodi process of impeachment in declare no it means that some processes were initiated so we can't just sit here and fool ourselves there nothing has happened in some the president has gotten away with a lot of crimes and I think that in this particular instance especially where the national security is involved the whole security machinery of this particular country they are threatening to the extent that yet me leave a lady without any security clearance our president on no kwese dem na so okwa na nkokobu ni koma
o se mention guest house
no crowd it doesn't matter but thing say on na sia no se nkobi na soma no se onkonkwa esa adwuma na enti national security na city aloof for all these things amaninsi ana chiro loopholes see national security threat e wom ni say
president no be ko edem a omukobura ho no mkoyede
no but there are certain things that you don't allow other places, president the security it's a high priority.
So private like I mean
to certain for instance, national your friends the US your friend secret service say omunya any doubt on their mind that the life of a president is in danger. Nasa ese ya chichire odo koto twene bonkam ba bi bo ho ban they will do that without even asking for your understanding. No minti bi da say biasi say obiti ba bi threatening say or naked videos of president also there are flashes of it on various social media platforms circulating and I think that we are Ghana here that's really embarrassing. Do you know why? Because unlike those days now just say they call the traditional media and ya show amobi anya bia he no the social media platforms are there. So what
you also want
exactly no bit US now or in a different jurisdiction or show or Facebook people will show. So you can't do that because the person is outside your jurisdiction or you can't stand it there.
Yeah, on a Saturday, a year 7th November 2020, at exactly a year 58. Hello, Evelyn. You are still my babe. Please keep cool. You and your girlfriend will be fully sorted out after the elections. John informed me you had agreed to wait, so I didn't understand the means of request. I would love to call you, but I have noticed my calls frustrate you. It's busy times. Be patient a little more. Thank you. What's in another message?
You see, all these things I play out, the summary is
babe,
you
are still mine.
We have an incompetent president because you see, people go into relationship fallout and then if a president cannot even manage a fallout from a relationship with a lady, a single lady, any fallout like this, and they are not able to settle their differences at that particular level.
And this is a job,
such president, what can he handle? Now the mind shedding, sir. Now what will be free so better handle my which means what I say? Hey. Yes. Because a personal affair, relationship affair like this, and a blow out of proportion to the extent that the party involved, when to manage it, because oh lady na the motive, me yes or an agency will be president anymore. Because right time and this video about during the elections, but what I'm that particular crucial period, it means a motive and yes to embarrass the president, but maybe she's coming out because of certain trauma be what facing. What I say,
so compensation so much so.
All this period now, as a woman comedy address the challenge. And the same way by extension and also in the Adwa Safwa case. This is an MP. Yeah, yes, that is the level of incompetence in a binono. Then a besia or ankasa or MP. What go beyond, what go haywire. Nobody can control her. Haywire. I will talk from my numu at the USA. President Efreno, to the stance according to Kennedy Japan, you see a bribono. What has happened Americano? Yeah, Bribon and Sana, but how many months here? She is still in the US doing TikTok.
Gender minister.
And we are short pass or yeah, Obu president. And think I've seen them come out. Exactly. Actually, that is how incompetent they are in managing even personal affairs.
Now I expect it so
because for her to behave the way she's behaving, you know, I think that she has a lot of things at her way disposal. Every on the Bible and Sembesi Okrumba is the reason why everybody is quiet. Because in the face of all that is happening, no, duties and lady Nama has say. Now what besides
what Bruni can say me say yeah,
I think the Abana you can't want because one way you push yourself into a realm, you'll be speculating. But see, I'm not saying you ain't Abana yenim, and I'm sure say, who had the M40 say, Nipam, you know, when to settle some of these things because people go into relationships that are fallout, they settle them on their personal level and map on thing. Now, if you are incompetent to the stand, say your relationship with a lady in a fallout to want to me answer of what? Yeah, the economy more better of economy. Ana makacho say obi kan sama isabi yatia nipa ni enimyansa obi kan sama you just analyze in some or can you look at the motive and intent say lady no motive to embarrass na Akufo Addo a video no be babonten abra oye campaign during 2020 elections about bontia just to embarrass the president.
So after the elections.
As which means agree.
Allegedly.
The patients in agreeing say Obama election no crack so obeji bibiro. I think that I no crack say any motives no be good president him, but failure to address or non grievances because according to her, no, she has gone through a lot of emotional trauma. She has been threatened and a whole lot of stuff. Lady I can say me hold allegiance to a certain country. That is your friend saying Canada. So imagine say evidence ya okay you know table everything before your friend the Canadian authorities yet hey your president naked pictures egu for phones or more here they are assessing whatever and the next line of action to be taken. Why don't you feel embarrassed? And I say as a man you hold your presidency in the high esteem, forget about the occupant. The occupant can choose to be irresponsible, but the officer you holding a very high esteem. Anything about the credibility of that highest office of the land, you know, as a reasonable person, you should be concerned. And the reason why we are asking that something has to be done. And even to a certain extent, the first episode, this is the second episode, though. Because the lady did a video on the Babonte, and no one was across board Obiankasa. I was even expecting the minority then to take the issue up. But that time, I have some investigation up to now. I wonder whether they will do anything about it because Yatiana Mokachre say your friend is saying lady no call impersonality or be or parliament. You know they have evidence and they are investigating up to now. Ghana for
injunction against levy expectations any suspicions. I
think say levy
from minority. Leader Haruna Idrisu, could you travel up and Mahama Yarga?
Yes, I think seeking injunction against it, that is the only way. Because after fighting in parliament, say you try, I say, 11 no masono, and then it has been, your friends say, passed, rolling out. So the only way available within the remit of our law, and say over court, just to secure injunction against this, implemented. And maybe I think that there won't mean candle on fire, but maybe I'm going to be sure say, baby, I Ghana, ye genus CIA. So, what sample public opinion about their court and your court system now? I think they lose grounds. And as to what I say, I'm for holding the court in the highest esteem, your trust and confidence in our judicial system, say they can be just and do the right thing, to serve the ultimate interest of all Ghanaians, you know. And another thing, I think as a yet in the address. This particular issue, might say injunction case in the bet on the your friend is saying 4th of May. The implementation will be on the 1st. So the question is the urgency of this particular situation. There are people who are saying, oh, because of the injunction notice in year 7, you know, the government will be restrained in its effort to implement it. We are not talking about normal Democrats. We are talking about rascals. More fronted democracy. So the fact that implementation date near 1st night. Court and a table for say injunction, you know, they will go ahead and do it because they are not normal Democrats. They are just rascals. And they're no agency and not public confidence in the judiciary. So looking at the urgency of the situation, Nipa no injunction to restrain government from going ahead. Say you implemented the 11. So if anything at all, you just we obey the injunction before the implementation. What I say? But here is the case that you're post-dating, so the implementation will happen, and the assumption is that because the notice is out there, they are supposed not to. But what is the guarantee that they will not go ahead? Because we had the track record, Constitution people just be at the behest of their personal emotions that is what they do. And in the last 5 years, episodes that is what is going on. So as the judiciary, how are they protecting this particular democracy? Win public confidence. And I think that is the pointer. As I emphasize it, now you can't say me because I'm telling you, so if you get out there and you sample public opinion about your court, your Supreme Court, your judicial system, trust me, you won't get anything substantial. So I can say your judicial system go close. Because unfortunately for us, democracy is the 9 3. That's the judiciary. So judiciary no bubu and there is a widespread perception that a bias towards a certain particular partisan line, and consistently some of the decisions exactly because there national security a perception Ghana for team perception any face via man for Kendapa only came say or the face man just to give life to that particular perception, and it is clear because trust me, as a researcher, if you sample public opinion, there are a lot of people who will tell you, sir, even rulings coming from the Supreme Court, that is the public. That is the impression you get. Yes. Oh, public will. When you sample public opinion and perception, that is what you gather. Best certificate in the money. Exactly. And you can begrudge obia or hold that particular perception. And there are a lot of people who are not willing to go to court because social media quite recently say people were predicting the Supreme Court the way online ruling. And you think that is not that's a situation about worry about. Justice, justice belongs to the people. Justice must emanate from people. So it is not about say judge the Supreme Court, not the Pongo Henity, not all dispensing justice. It is about the people. It's a Pongo the show with now what is na say pongo mi enye pongo mi what is show now what dispensing justice now the people accepting it and the money justice what I say because a man for accept it whether it doesn't matter say you say the law is at the bosom of the judge and he choose your friends that dispense whichever way he feels that it's okay who dispensing justice anywhere public reaction toward that thing called justice, and then I'm a piece here prevailing because it's a justice who dispensing justice and as a public, approach with an uproar. A man for treating with impunity. You create a state of disorder. Anarchy and implementation. You see, that is at the discretion of the court. But you see, we are coming from a background that I'm talking about public perception, whether it's valid or not. These are impressions people have. What I say. So when you make such decision, it rather goes to confirm the already held impression by some of these individuals. It may be legitimate or not. So you don't have to create room for such doubt to exist. All that you have to do is say, deflate that particular doubt. Because a public need that doubt on their minds. A time will come. People will treat court order and court a pronouncement with impunity. Now you do this at level now. Now it means we are ushering ourselves into a state of anarchy. There is no court. What was that man for us? I say threatening say going into 2024 elections, they are not going to Supreme Court. Exactly. Now, dear Bemasa, he's a former president. Our dear Kumya Pen. Exactly. Exactly. So if you're reasonable and you're sitting on the Supreme Court bench, you have to just avail your mind to some of these critical facts because people are threatening. Exactly. And he was an enormous control over a larger section of the country, Supreme Court. So catch us say, hey, we are not going to the Supreme Court. I just say certain threats be baby so when I would take judge now we all know in very knowledgeable no when I say we take some of these things into consideration we say and then I may your friend say I'm for air cancer a national security minister bit my back on tabaka judge say ya na de bia na ko one side the favor ya there be a favor ya a threat to a national security. You see, national security job no is to just collate intelligence. level be a foresight into the future.
Fantastic.
And are very much exposed to the security of this particular country.
Great.
So because of the strategic position we're zooming into, no ankasa scan here who say public confidence in the judiciary, I went to a level I do a fever pitch. I Ghana for do not any trust in the court. So going forward, we are going into an elections. One of the ways a bit me resolve a conflict, and I say Emma Ntokwama, I say ye judiciary, both sides, obiawo absolute confidence in the judiciary. Say asemsia they will settle.
Opposition leaders are on.
So if the situation opposition leaders are on court, and now we are national security we are a threat hanging in the long term that you might want to do everything to distill it before we get there. That is the reason why I can't say no. Because sitting in the small courtroom playing judge, you might not have insight into the security implications of some of your ruling. What I say, but if you go to social media, the kind of perception, responses near my mom for a trial about the Supreme Court, you have a bureaucrat from unanimous FC. That is very ridiculous. What I say on social media, there are people are predicting 4-0 in as a forum. So the impression you gather
5, 7, or 9.
Exactly. So the impression that you gather from the surface, when any further investigation, you actually say Ghana for any trust, any judiciary. Don't forget, quite recently, judges here from my lord, in an able mojum punching and cocoyo. So, my lord, idea is veneration may hold on moment you sank for Neddy. When I said the Omo Japan Yachi or money, I wouldn't do I answer Omo association because Yachi or more Yanchi or more. So that public trust is not there. As a judiciary, ideas are way on daily basis. We are that sorry from Passoa. The yes are way in said that broken trust and broken confidence. Ghana forward in the judiciary, you do everything to repair or to amend it. Sabaya man for Benya Jidina Hotos. So say your court and I say, dear, some kind of your booty. Then I will know some make court. But Mugabe, we live in a country where the Supreme Court the assembly, not even judges so. People on social media can pontificate at intellectual loopholes. The poverty of logic in some of the rulings now, Nipo Amonia lawyers, so they can just pontificate at poverty of logic. And that's reason now, and these are people or money any legal inclination as a phone, they can easily identify say Sabi never free Supreme Court or by idea and Fakwema. What do you think say the future hold for that particular country? Now so we judge you need to do a lot. Sabi amended that particular public trust, And Nuntina can the partners here
officer judges near to me gaining the trust back from the public.
There are a lot because you see we are coming from a background that ansana yebedru hakra no the akofa we nyina ba kwan na akufo ado fa so pack the Supreme Court. There are certain individuals amanfo enim say these are individuals with partisan ties. There are individuals with fraternal partisan ties to individuals only say they hold allegiance to
public perception
out there that they hold allegiance to individuals instead of the state. So people will judge you from that particular outlook. Exactly. So if you start dispensing justice,
but is it based on competence and based on a partisan?
No, it's supposed to be based on competence because elsewhere president appointed judges. Yeah. Even in the US, Donald Trump appointed about 3 to the Supreme Court and but not some by who can say people are investigating, prosecuting. So allegiance is to the state. Your allegiance is to the people. Your allegiance is to the Constitution. Your allegiance is never.
Doesn't matter who appointed.
No. You can never commit your allegiance to the puppet grandmaster. So you become like a toy sitting in the person's palm. And manipulate you, control to dispense justice, further on the partisan political cause. Where you lose confidence and trust in the majority of the people. Now, him by a far banner. Young Chakis will be a lawyer and be a judge.
Criteria they appointed judges to the High Court and to the Supreme Court. Criteria now we say is it politically motivated?
You see, in the end, the outcome they say public perception about the composition, the there are a lot of persons or more driven towards certain particular partisan line. I feel so quite for conducting or and gender public confidence. What I say? For instance, let me talk about the Samra you call Samra, your friend is saying, you two Abaniwe. You know the NDC went to the Supreme Court. After the elections, because of calculation disorder and then as a form of creating, you know, there were a whole lot of doubt on the minds of a lot of Ghanaians. Forget about the NDC supporters, but there were a lot of Ghanaians that they were seeking answers to some of the things that echo. So if the Mensa Kasa on taking the box, that's the Supreme Court. Etias said no, I have a right to person obey taking the boxer. Not that particular thing. Now you prevented the public from getting further information. You have clear more doubt and perception on their mind. Say, oh, election no crana NDC for you the day. Cause I did the who no muyo. Now Jemensa did the right thing. For you to get that particular impression, no, Jemensa amount to boss, no, to clear obia. Now, because I knew Hana catches as I say, we are so away. So that is the poverty of that is the poverty of logic. That is the poverty of wisdom in some of the rulings. Yeah, the Ghana card. Has say, na ye. So the mensa na one mana amfa box na one clear doubt on the minds of Ghanaians na waja na hoko in the next election no eba waja isi no in the state among from fani nyahwe
because opposition leaders on my home.
Exactly. And then you have decimated the reputation of the EC. Easier any sort tilt towards any partisan line, no? What's an integrity? Because you want an opportunity to explain. You say a personal writer and human writer or say on take it about who told you. There is nothing like absolute human right on assassin way. So
fantastic. Move on here. Economic crisis. Russia, Oma expose a government say, "Mom fa niame nkuyi organ ha no economy ho nsem no." Ebesha Russia ene Ukraine for ntokwa na ade no oman na niama nkuyi. Na fe yenwe 2024 elections polls aba deceptions and realities. Yenwe said the insanity yi IU4 report so a enenam we say you cook you should forget about it. Yeah, I know your opinion. Yeah, and Russia, Putin, and somehow they are to Jaffa Ghana.
Yeah, I think that Ghana for your bedroom, we have said, and Mugwasi and I toy at the West Stage in a yard also. You go Nimasia to the stance as I say, only say foreign diplomat, ne other representative of other governments, you know. So normally they don't meddle in internal party, political activities. Our mono diplomacy, and as for they are guided by the way our conduct your but you are driving a to a timer. Foreign diplomat, I find it so easy to get involved in our politics because of Nema yeah. Yantia Anna is it Dennis Ambassador Beka say Ghana should focus on moving Ghana beyond corruption instead of Ghana beyond aid. This is a foreign diplomat, otherwise he's not supposed to get involved or meddle in our internal politics. Yenya IMF country director, on mine $435 million, and I buy back $100 million. They came and exposed the government and told us,
World Bank country director.
Yeah, World Bank country director.
Report.
I catch it and say, we are not here because of COVID-19. We are here because of reckless economic decision that has been taken over the years. It's the reason why we are here. And we are here today, not trying to do everything, say, blame everything on Russia-Ukraine war. To the extent, say, the embassy number one time, I say, hey, K, because yet Kroma, you can for some bomb, bra. IMF, Ababa say, Ghana, we are here because of reckless economic, financial decisions I take over the years. And your friend say, borrowing, your boy, young signing, and yes, a borrow widow, borrowing, your boy, young signing. But you see, people who are ruling us are cowards. They can't accept responsibility because what they do all the time is to look back and find somebody to blame. That is what weak people do. Because as strong people are your leader, no, you take responsibility, you deal with it. That is what leadership is all about. But if you find it so easy, say problem bar, hey, no one should share Ukraine, no one should share Russia. Then you look for COVID-19. Then you look for John Mahama or no for 5 years ago. Now you blame him. Then you begin to ask yourself, say, as a president and as a leader, or some fast one is saying, say Ghana for to Obama 5 years to come and complain when you've been complaining over the years. What catch Ghana for say the president was incompetent then. So young to Obama young farmer, you are the competent one coming to manage the situation. Now you turn out to be a problem instead of a solution. Do you think that is the way to go? So I think that what is unfolding, you know. Very unfortunate for us, you know. Me say 2020 Ghana for your co-post, you know. Yankoto aba anko yi president o. We want to the polls and set your friend say a disaster emotion. And that disaster now cause certain emotion, you know, and then they play out in the way a manner things echoey. They are not ready to accept responsibility, always trying to blame other people because they are weak people, they can't take responsibility for anything. But as a leader, answer a bit you need to accept it. And not about some intrinsic motivation. I'm not finding your way how to address the challenges, but they are not interested. Always find easy lean way to blame people, and then they are free. Look at the rate and in the last 5 years. In the history of this particular country, being see her, but Umiano Kojina stage, so I know he's justifying say, Oko US are more debt to GDP over 100%. And this is a Ghana, 81, you will sit here and compare Ghana's economy to that of US. When you go US, even California as a state, the GDP, you know, UCM5 Ghana, because in terms of GDP, California as a state, you know, is the fifth largest economy in the world. Fifth largest, one state is the fifth largest economy in the world. 2020 ranking, you know, not only country or Europe, now ahead of Germany. So such a country, you sit here and compare Ghana's economy to UK. Say, can you do that? But because of say your politics, you turn into a theater where comic enthusiasts take the stage and then they play on our emotions, you know. So I think that we don't need to waste our time on some of these things. Post now, Abano. I think that is funny because. How many years in our council?
More than 2 years.
More than 2 years. And somebody can comfortably sit here and predict the outcome of the election. About 2 years to go. I think that you see, some of these things, you know, you don't have to avail you, and it's all taking it serious. And so, as I'm now more cancer say, NDC person or win the elections. NDC be win the 2024 elections. But say NDC person or win here amongst John Dramani Mahama. You see, research been ended in your friends. The outcome is speculative. So are they saying this NDC kofa and come flag bearer NDC will win the 2020 elections? You see, there are a lot of intellectual loopholes, and you see some of these things are very often motivated by a lot of partisan and political interest. What's why you don't have to just focus on these things, because research is not supposed to be speculative. Say obi wine. Say a situation I very specific. Say individual way. The club because where we find ourselves, individuals play quite a crucial role in politics. Clout or whatever, personality in Yama you have to offer no. It play quite a crucial role. And nobody can underscore that particular fact. And so you see, John Mahama LED and this and NDC Bedlusua. Why mom and a bar party in Bawene? You have to. Exactly, you have to. That is why I'm saying that it's speculative. And it's motivated by a whole lot of interest. Maybe people fear self contest here because the person has gained a lot of popularity, being at the office, and the revealing incompetence of Akufo-Addo and Bawumia has made Mahama a hero. People are calling him back. So definitely, no, Amanfo might want to put up some of these machinations just to scare people. Say, oh, more than about we
youth activists. Say, you were more than 2 years to go into another elections.
Yeah.
Dear now, I bet you to survive. It was a hardship. The youth.
I think government is a managing buffet. Because now by on a mobile mind there or adagea or the better mind. I think I saw more dream buffet. Not time now, you spend the DG and yet the num co a boogin as a phone. I don't have time to watch those. You see, Ghana is in a messy situation. And if you want to appreciate
1:14 a.m.
If you want to appreciate it, just look at what is unfolding at USC. What is a university in Ababa? It says 6,000 students are deferred because of non-payment of school fees. And then somebody from the university shamelessly says, I'm crying to musica at a bet and crash 6,000 in the musica trabet. Penifono Mulidi University in Krabab and Tomun Kenyans. Because the underpins in here, massive economic challenges will be facing. How can you say 6,000 students, you know, at the musica a trabet, a bring your musica a uba. Now, Oko University, averagely, your friend is a more regular student, you know, what you new 2,000 Timitoka. And these are people who are leading university. Yes, there are few genuine cases of individuals. But when you get about 6,000 students, that should be a national security crisis. The ministry and the school should institute something, say investigate to ascertain the SC. Now, so what ascertains are then you clearly you know say a massive economic challenges na confront Ghanaians no and they play out in this particular fashion. Na asem na papa no kan ono university hobby. Na say university ya kira nkra mo ya kira nkra de mo hu nyansa. Na nkra no about 6,000 in the musical could travel to create me say nyansa bia na ocho mo school mo. So I think when people are talking in public and some more transfer more dream some more can hu because nkra 6,000 from your university you are teaching them to become somebody in future. Na say nkra 6,000 the musical ko bakery dey trap my bet na say for I tell say you are not teaching them anything in the school. What I say anything at this particular time still munye hunyan so mudo music yes sir.
You know catch Ghana the youth and then you
I think that it is about times you get involved in politics na be yes na credit na yemfanto because we can't sit here and pretend that we are the future leaders. We are future leader na 60 70-year-old 90-year-old 80-year-old or more pay last minute edu future to atopre ya de na me boy adwaman when they are supposed to fix the problem for you, when they are supposed to sit down and think to find a way out of this economic quagmire, this is when leadership should come to play. I'm for to answer the policy table, weaving policies, any policy alternatives are driving around the various platforms. In the long term, these are our goals. Short term, long term, medium term. These are ways usher yourself out of this. But in the face of all that is happening, do you see anything? Because the president is busy, boogie or baby. You are not sitting down say drink attitude of mind. Always easy thing. Being president with that responsibility. So that is what we are. They have to. They have to. And I'm expecting that this particular impeachment process is way. No, I think it's a jump over. Because impeachment, you can't impeach a president at the back of mere allegations. What Parliament has to do is constitute the proper investigation to ascertain the facts. Because for all you know, one side we never
some minority force gather we
some promises because the omo of Parliament say impersonation be seen there Ghana so asem no bana yan kan obi forget it. They should tell us they should work it out. Say we are Ghana for Benya because you see people are losing confidence in your politics, and it doesn't matter whether opposition or you are in power. Basana say ordinary Ghana for lose interest. It will not matter whether you're opposition or you are in government.
Fantastic.
They need to show seriousness. This particular, you are dealing with an executive here. They are so vicious in their dealings. Even their colleagues on the other side in parliament. Look at the way they treat them. We are the time as they are chasing one of your members out of parliament, and you have this particular thing. Allegation you na record the president obi na dia ba bonten you have to do everything to investigate to make sure say impeachment process no say any possible crime you have to go ahead with it. What I say because politics na we are not running church.
About innocent let me ask you
and council
e better was say na nwumre say to yansa frɛ wo bae na ya bo abaso bo adwuma papa adofo timitira sie je brehwe ye mame ma Joanna CPC ni Audrey eni abusua ni nyina ye do bibia se Mrs. Norman eni abusua Kumasi appear stadium ye mame ma ye Ophelia eni enuaba Gloria na nakwasi lawyer Evans Amankwa eni mo amoje brehwe nyina nyame asomdwen ka mo chama obimpe eni abusua ni nyina do bibia ase national chief man fie nya ne tie se mobi muku ha so na Arise Laundry ya mo pobima se won so mobi muku ha adofo nyina ehwe ene anwumre Sam wo eye pobima so only adofo abiemu woko as a year youth organizer ewo Amasama constituency NDC dimu yamao good luck obi bia oje brehwe bia nyamasho bie enkan yebeda general manager of TVS wazet enua aboaje ase woboa me bibia konkan kama ni abo eye Kevin Asante oye dwumadi as a producer na assistant producer eye Desmond Soa yebeda Kofi the boy cameraman ase yada eye mo tumi assist no nyame enka mo nyina prince enya ne tie se wo so yere awo afa no afa ne ba yeba wa ba so obo adwuma papa obo adwuma TV nyina na obo adwuma so ofie congratulations to you any team ni nyina ima ene adofo amoha tumi hwema bibia course nyina no yede obibia ase medi Mugabe mase asada kese beko ama executive producer Benny Anti yede obibia ase nyankopon ya adoma ochira ibeshia ewo inside politics so abrabo no mienu kwesi no nsia akoko bon kokruko no atemeka bi ma atankolega biga Mugabe mase mediefo nyina enwumre yi daddy washing bay atenka ene immigration ma wona oyere ɛna yɛnua Camaro so free Dubai aba yama akɔ aba yɛmo bibia monitie ɛnɛ enwumre